Clair, Obscur, Expedition 33, major spoilers. I'll give you 3 seconds to scroll up. Okay, so this is a game not just about grief, but about grief and addiction. The theme of grief and loss of loved ones is apparent from the jump in this game. But the latter third of the game, I would argue, deals with both grief and addiction. Aline, or the Paintress, is revealed to be a benevolent force in the game, at least as far as the world of Lumiere. It's revealed that Aline and her family have powers where they can paint a world that comes to life. In dealing with the loss of her oldest son, she is painting in one of his paintings, which is where the whole world of Lumiere takes place in. But it's also revealed that being in the paintings for an extended period of time comes with a cost. By the end, it's revealed that her body is deteriorating. Her real-world body, not her painted persona. And this is where the game gets a little complicated, because there's a painted Renoir, which is the painted version of her husband, and then there's the real Renoir. The painted Renoir is almost an enabler of sorts that wants to keep her in the painting, that wants to keep her going. In a way, it's out of a misguided love, whereas the real Renoir is doing everything in his power to force her out of the painting. Both of these approaches are wrong. You shouldn't enable an addict, nor is it wise to try and force them out of their addiction. But the real heavy-hitting moment that really defines the character of Renoir, real Renoir, is when Alicia, or Maëlle, because, this is a kind of convoluted, complicated story, basically decides that she is going to follow in her mother's footsteps, that she's going to give in to the same addiction. Both of those characters, both Aline and Alicia, were trying to escape the real world. They were both trying to numb their pain. Both of them were dealing with the loss of Verso, Aline's son, Alicia's brother. And there's a real heavy-hitting line from the real Renoir where he talks about how Aline taught him to paint, how to fly without soaring too close to the sun. And that's like a perfect parallel to so many real relationships where two people may have been able to do substances together, but one person was not able to get out of it while the other was. And it's made all the more painful when we see the real-world Aline basically succumbing to her addiction. Her body is pretty much failing her, and Renoir is desperately trying to stop his daughter from making the same decisions, falling down the same path. But the beautiful moment is when he finally does relinquish control and tells Alicia to make her own decision. She even says she could leave the painting at any time, which the real Renoir accepts as an answer, to which the painted Verso, again, convoluted story, calls her out on it, knowing that that was a lie. And then you, the player, are ultimately left with the final choice. Do you allow Alicia or Maëlle to sink further into this addiction, or do you get her out of the painting and force her to confront reality? And I have to say, I made the selfish choice to stay in the painting, and it wasn't until the last seconds of the game that I had that, oh shit, I might have chosen wrong moment. It's just beautiful in how it takes this amazing world and parallels some real life issues. So do you agree? Is this a game about addiction as well?